move her to the corner, mic 3 right there.
What'd you say?
Sit over here in this one. Oh, right there. Yeah, it's just the seats again.
Ready?
Yeah, we're gonna get this sound check together. You can go live on your social media if you want. Just hook your phone up here.
Okay.
No.
Probably going live.
Okay. All right, give me. Oh, I got you. Give me a quick sound check into the mic. Let me hear you.
Mic check.
How you sound?
Mic check.
All right, all right. Yeah, we got the levels good. So we gonna go ahead.
Close this door.
Yeah, you close that door. Hey, can you hit mute on the TV? Or turn the volume down a little bit? He's gonna be coming in and get flicks and shit. We gonna get pictures.
All right.
This will be up on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, like the whole nine, man. We're gonna load you up. So let's get this connected.
Okay.
Hey, can you log in and check the broadcast, make sure we're good on air? Alright. Get the thumbs up from my guy. Make sure all of our audio video is good. Oh. Alright. You got us? Alright. We're going to go ahead and get the podcast started.
This is a live podcast or no?
Yeah, this is live. We're live on air on Grandma Radio Live, so we got listeners all over the place that's tapped in. Check. Let me just do this real quick. Check this real quick to make sure we're recording in the right mic. Yeah, one in the right one. Check. We're just doing a quick sound check to make sure everything is recording properly. Let me hear you speak, Mr. Amir.
Mic check.
All right, let's see how we did.
You're white.
Oh, you have batteries on the on-air light?
Any batteries?
It does? What kind of battery?
I got them in the closet. All right, one more time.
Mic check. More white.
Hold on, what the heck just happened? All right, we're gonna check one more time. I'm just making sure the podcast platform is recording. That's all. That might help. Having the volume up.
Oh, shit, you trying to hear it through the speakers.
Yeah.
It's clear as hell.
Yeah, we're good on air. All the listeners that's tapped in, man, we're going to be getting started with the O.M.G. on my grand interview with Amir, Mr. Amir White in the building. We're going to be getting started real soon. We're just trying to make sure.
No, that's live right there.
Huh?
Camera's live?
Yeah, cameras are live. I think I'm using the wrong input. Let's see if it's the default. That ain't gonna work.
What's wrong? The podcast isn't recording.
Hmm?
It's not recording on the podcast.
Yeah.
Everything's being broadcast.
Yeah, I know we're live on air and we're live on social media too. I'm just trying to get the podcast situation set up.
Okay.
I saw. There's like multiple microphone inputs, so I'm trying to find the right one that actually does the recording there. Yeah. There we go. We good to go. You ready, sir?
Yes.
All right, we about to get. How about I forgot which one it was? I think it was the default. Hold on. Let me do this one more time. Let me do this one more time because I forgot which one it was. Hold on. Man. Moving too fast. The brain be on some
I'm pretty sure it was default.
what you say? What you say? Let me do this one more time. Oh, it's the default.
That's the problem with having.
Thank you, everybody that's been patient on social media, man. That's tapped in. Thank you for your patience. We ready to go ahead and get this thing started, man. We got everything queued up the way it needs to go. So we're going to go ahead. Welcome to another dope episode of the O.M.G. On My Grind live interviews. And we got, what do you consider yourself, man? Because I see on your IG page, you had like content creator, right?
Yeah, well, you know what? It was something about Reels or something Instagram was doing, and somebody told me to change my profile to doing that. So, no, I'm an artist, man.
Okay,
I'm an artist. I'm also an entrepreneur.
There it is, man. We got the artist and entrepreneur, my brother Amir White in the building.
Hey.
Shout out to our studio audience on the Zoom PK8, man. Shout out Two Fat Multimedia's in the building, capturing the behind the scenes still shots, man. So y'all gonna hear a little bit of the snip and the snap and the pip and the pat. But we're gonna get into it, my brother. Talk to him, let the people know who you are, where you from, and what you do.
Man, my name is Amir White from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You know, I make music. I record. I arrange music. I'm an artist, a singer. You know, as well as singing, I do production. I do a little bit of rapping.
Okay.
And there's so much stuff I got going on. I got a food truck. You know, I got so many ventures going on.
We're going to get into it, man. We're going to let the people know why they need to tap in with you, man. This is what it's about, man. The O.M.G. On My Grind live interviews is basically designed to be able to highlight and showcase, you know, the talents and the work that people who are on their grind are doing. And to me, my brother, I mean, I've been watching your career over the last couple of years as a result of Case. You know, me and Cool Case work real close together, and she always send me some content for us to like try to, you know, get out there for you and stuff like that. But I didn't know you had like the restaurant, the food truck. Like talk to us about it.
Yeah, it's called So Delicious with 3 O's. So Delicious Food Truck and Catering. And you know, actually, I serve chicken and waffles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, by chicken and waffles, and it's a fruit style. We have fruit style waffles, a couple of different combinations like limoncello blueberry with a limoncello blueberry, orange cream, red velvet, and
that's all that exotic stuff right there.
Caramel apple. Like I got any type of waffle that you kind of want. I basically have that.
Okay.
You know, our chicken's amazing. So if you're ever on the north side at 120, we're on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 127 Anderson Street.
Okay.
At Central Outreach Wellness Center. So just come and see us. We're there from 11 to about 3 a.m. 11 to 3 p.m.
11 to 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Over on the north side.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So what made you get into like the food vending service or the food service?
You know, honestly, you know, I'm here from Pittsburgh from the east side,
Mm-hmm.
but what's happening is like, you know, there's not a lot of good food places.
Okay.
And especially during COVID, you're like, I'm tired of pizza, or I'm tired of hoagies, like I'm tired of wings. Like I'm like,
Right.
okay. So I went out of town. I was in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
So in Atlanta, they have chicken and waffles everywhere. And I was down there for the first time about 2.5 years ago. And I had chicken and waffles about 5 times in 2 days. And it was 5 different ways too, so many different combinations. I was like, you know what? I want to get a food truck and I could do this in Pittsburgh. So basically,
Nice.
Yeah, people are really receiving it well.
That's dope. And shout out to ATL for the motivation, man, because one thing I can say is I was kind of motivated by some of the stuff that I've gotten involved in down in Atlanta to be able to create this facility.
It's definitely my second home.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've done some work over at Dirty Glove Bastards, and just walking into their facility and seeing like the multiple tier, I was just like inspired, like, man, we need something like this here. We need something like this here where we could put all the stuff that we do under one roof.
Exactly.
And get to it. And
exactly.
So we were fortunate enough to be able to get the space, and we already had the radio platform and everything else that we got going on. So yeah, man, motivation comes in all forms, man. Yes. So talk to us about your artistry, man. I mean, you said you're a singer, rapper, do a little bit of all. How long ago did you get involved in music?
Well, I mean, about probably like 2013, I started recording my own music.
Okay.
And really what happened was I had a laptop. My friend had a Apple MacBook Pro.
Okay.
And he didn't have a microphone, anything, but GarageBand was one of the programs. So what I did was I actually took his computer and I recorded in GarageBand off of the microphone.
Nice.
And I taught myself how to record. It was really easy I'm talking about the microphone on the computer. So,
okay.
And, I had my friend, Dr. Stacy Lane. She actually heard it. She was like, you should keep going with that. Keep going. So, and I listen to that stuff now. It's like, it's terrible. But
now, was that the first time you actually started recording, or were you doing some stuff as a youngster playing around?
Oh man, I've been singing since I was like about 10 years old. I was always wanted to be a singer, actually.
Okay.
And actually, my dreams were to actually be a singer and a chef.
And now you living your dream.
So I'm in here.
You living your dream. Listen to God, man. Look at God work, bro. Look at God work. So, at what point did you decide from, just playing around with it as a youngster to decide, like, all right, what was her name? Dr. Lane?
Yeah, Dr. Lane.
Yeah, to take Dr. Lane's advice.
But you know what? It was about 2013. That's whenever that happened. And then I got a little cheap USB microphone and I hooked it up. And then it eventually evolved into now I actually have my own home studio.
Okay.
And I record myself. All the songs that you are hearing right now, I've recorded myself. And then I just basically take the vocals to the studio, have the beats built around them, and I rework them with myself and another producer. So a lot of my stuff is produced and co-produced. Shout out to Il Demo.
Okay.
Pittsburgh. He's really a beast, honestly, at production. So
nice.
I appreciate him.
Nice. And I've noticed that your music has taken you, into some spaces. Talk to us about, just some of the places that you performed and just what that experience is like for you.
Well, you know what? I actually, let me tell you a story. I was on Facebook and what happened was I had this song and I used a YouTube beat.
Okay.
Nobody really, back in the day, everybody was like, don't use those beats, don't use those beats. And it's really true. You really aren't supposed to use those beats. But when you're starting out, it's not a big deal. I was trying to find the owner of the one beat.
Okay.
So I couldn't find the owner of the beat, but then I eventually found out the owner of the beat was Morgan Matthews. He produced the Alicia Keys and a Miguel song.
Okay.
And I ended up doing a song with him in Universal. So that eventually, like that took off. My song Maybe. I went down to Dallas, Texas, and recorded that. And then actually after that, I was in the XXL magazine this past November with Tyler, the Creator.
Yep.
And right now I'm honestly looking for a feature. I'm looking for a really strong feature.
Okay. And what's your goals with working with a feature? Like, talk to us about some of the stuff that you would like to see happen. Do you have any idea of like who that feature would be?
Honestly, I'm not sure, and I'm not even gonna give up any names. I have some names, but I can't give them up.
Okay.
Because of business, but my main focus on the feature is not, and of course, it's always the music, but it's really the back end. I really need to about promotion. It's really about networking. It's really about opening up new avenues for myself and my team. So basically, you know, it's all business at the end of the day.
Absolutely, absolutely. And they got you coined as like, you know, what is this? R&B's best kept secret. You know, R&B's best kept secret. So you got some stuff with you, man. We actually got a record that we're gonna get into if you don't mind.
Oh, definitely.
This here is Slow It Down.
Okay.
And talk to us about, you know, how this record came to be.
Man, this was actually, you know what? All my songs are built off relationships and my experiences, basically. And you know, a lot of my stuff previous to this song was really kind of, it's really sad. It's a sad angle. You know, and some of the best music is derived from that emotion, but there's also other emotions. I just wanted to give people a fresh face, something fresh. You know, the picture, you know, of my body and stuff like that. It's something fresh for people.
Right.
So,
all right, we're going to get into it. Ladies, if y'all ain't have a chance to check out this cover, man, you know, I'm going to strongly suggest check out the cover because I'm pretty sure y'all start following him after y'all see this cover. But listen to it, man. This is Slow It Down, Amir White, produced by Il Demo.
No, producer Il Demo and myself.
Okay, let's go. Eventually.
I'll fill you up, did you eat today? Just glad I got you finally. Spending all my nights alone, waiting up by the phone. The wonder when you're coming round, 'cause you at home. You ain't never let me go. You can tell your ex I'm calling, finally got you comfortable. Slow it down. First I'll take your order, baby, then I'll eat it up. Let's slow it down. First I'll take your order, baby, then I'll eat it up. Let's slow it down. First I'll take your order, baby, then I'll eat it up. Let's slow it down.
Hold up. Let me kiss my back.
In the middle of the night when you need some I'll wrap my arms around your body. I'll fill you up with your heat. Just glad I got you ready. Ain't nobody waiting when you're coming round 'cause you at home. I ain't never letting go. You can play your ex that girl. Finally got you comfortable. Slow it down. Slow it down. First I'll take your order, baby, then I'll eat it up. Let's slow it down. First I'll take your order, baby, then I'll eat it up. Let's slow it down.
What the heck? Let me get the volume down. Let me get the volume down a little bit. We had to get it up a little bit for the music side of things, man. But we got it back down where it needs to be. Slow it down, man. Talk to us about that. I mean, ladies, he's talking about, you know, first. What would you say? First, you can eat it up and then I'll beat it up. Yeah. So he's incorporating the fact that this man can cook and got his own chef situation in place. Talk to the ladies, man.
Man, you know what? It's just about, it's all, you know what it's about. It's about the pure. It's about the, you know, this song right here is about the epitome. It's, you know what? You keep saying ladies. I say ladies and fellas. This song's for everybody. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's for all the lovers out there, period. So, you know, this song is about the epitome of love. Like, you know what? Have you ever had somebody, I don't know if you ever been in a relationship, have somebody wake you up and ask you if you want something to drink? Somebody rub your feet. They say the way to a man's heart is to his stomach. I think it's to my feet. my feet get rubbed. That's just like, oh, okay.
Okay. When they get into
Yeah.
the feet rub, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
You can get food anywhere, but only a special person gonna touch the dog.
Oh my God, yes.
Shout out to all the dog walkers, man. I have to say I enjoy a good foot rub too, man. I be on my feet a lot running around this damn country, so it's definitely a great feeling when you can just lay back, relax, let the water, let the lotions and all the little smooth soothes, relax them doggone dogs and get you prepared for another day. That's dope, brother. That's dope, man. So we just gonna go into, some more of your music, man. You got a little bit of stuff out there, all over the place. I see that you are heavy presence here
What you about to
on
play, Cuddy
Google,
Buddy?
man. Talk to us about Cuddy Buddy.
Honestly, Cuddy Buddy, man, you know what? And there's a Cuddy Buddy. This is crazy. I had this producer, and I forgot his name. I'm not even trying to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
He did one song. We went to ID Labs, and I got him to produce the beat for me.
Mm-hmm.
And he was from a different country, and he went back to his country. I haven't seen him. I couldn't get in contact with him or anything. But,
Okay.
I recorded the vocals once again at my house. At my home studio. And, Cuddy Buddy is like a similar type of situation, but it's about the rejection of a love and trying to get somebody, over and over again. I actually have a video on YouTube.
Okay.
If you research that, and actually it was like really, really good. The song is about love as well. Like, for the past year or so, I've been trying to focus on the positive emotions, And it's funny because my next song, I got to go back into, the cheating. I was cheated on and, it's called Toxic Love. So
Okay. So a lot of your records is just around, the emotion of love and like the joy that brings, but also the pain.
Absolutely. I like try to be relative.
Okay.
And I want to make sure everything relates to the people, and the only way to have things relate to the people is giving them my own personal experience. Because I'm a human being and everybody has love. And by the end of this, if I keep recording songs, it'll be a whole Bible of all the emotions. You know what I mean?
That's dope. That's dope. So we're going to get into this Cuddy Buddy, see what it's hitting for. After the commercials.
Okay.
My phone's blowing up, I'm down always. Netflix and chill, right here with you, just like volume is down, we gotta pay attention. Turn our phones, 'cause about you it's no games. Get that you sit, fresh out the shower. Things that I do to you, right on this counter. Pull you close, make you scream a little louder. Just to spend time, girl, it's blowing my mind. So with all this beauty that's before me, baby, you're pure, you're deserving. Settle all up with all this beauty that's before me, baby, you're pure, you're deserving. So you can be my Cuddy Buddy. Wanna pick you up, wanna lay you down now. You can be my Cuddy Buddy. Wanna pick you up, make you scream and shout. Get high. You can be my Cuddy Buddy. You can be my Cuddy Buddy. You can be my Cuddy Buddy. Wanna pick you up, wanna lay you down now. Your notifications are lighting up my screen. Gotta be patient, my flight is at 3. Rushing the baggage, claim you're waiting on me. Raising the traffic and I don't care that I'm on me. Get to the room covered in flowers. Showers will get you wet, let's not forget this time is ours. You can be my Cuddy Buddy. You love the vibe, girl, you've got to be mine. So with all this beauty that's before me, baby, you're pure, you're deserving. Settle all up
Cuddy Buddy, brother.
Yeah, bro, I'm proud of that one. If I could ever push a song forward and keep pushing a song, which I'm continuously pushing, I might on Spotify. I'm like at like 150,000 listens or streams or however that goes. My actions really high on Spotify.
That's
So
dope.
with that and everything else, all my other numbers are really high, and they're like. My other song I'm actually at 30,000 views in the first like month or something like that.
That's super
So
dope.
I'm
Super dope.
doing really good. So
That's super dope. That record is tight right there, man.
Thank you, bro.
And just for it being like 2022, there's not a lot of real R&B music that's getting pushed out right
Yes.
now. And you got like Jacquees, but that's kind of like he kind of puts a lot of the modern day trap sound into his music. But this is nostalgic right here, man.
Thank you, bro.
This is good old love music right there, man. Good old R&B music. Talk to us about why you feel it's important to create, that type of music right now in today's time.
Man, honestly, man, first of all, Amir White doesn't want to do what everybody else wants to do. I hear other artists like Jay-Z and Lil Wayne, and they really complain. They really hate going into the studio and reviewing artists. They hearing the same thing. Like, I'm a fresh face. I have a fresh style. It's actually kind of mixed the fresh R&B, the new style R&B with the new technology, with the old school feel to it.
Mhm.
So, and it's good to maintain a feeling of love in the music. I feel like a lot of male singers and a lot of people are maintaining love. I like Lucky Day. A shout out to Lucky Day, Candy Drip. I would love to get a feature with him, man. He's working with Babyface and everything. He's going on a good path. So,
Okay.
yeah, that new Candy Drip album is fire.
That's what's up. Talk to us about your writing process.
Well, you know what? My writing process it's a lot of different things.
Okay.
The most thing that I can say is that that's why I have a home studio, so that I can always get out how I'm feeling, and I can go immediately to the microphone and I can get the feeling out.
Mm-hmm.
Or when I'm feeling energetic and I feel like I might have my runs or some of my building tones, I'll go run to the mic and get them out. So my writing process is basically comes from out of my emotions and literally personal experience. Sometimes I'll mix up personal experiences. In addition, especially with some of my hip hop, I have writers. I deal with people. Shout out to Scotty Doe. Shout out to Tariq. I deal and I do business with other writers because I'm more of a ballad writer.
Right.
And some of my hip hop stuff coming out, there's no shame in my game. Like, I'm an artist. I definitely
And I think that's really like noble of you and very just like courageous to be that transparent, because
Yes.
there's a lot of artists who have the talent but a lot of times lack the ability to write, and will allow that what's the word, that I guess it's just like I'm drawing a blank on the word, but it's just
they
that
want
pride
to put up a facade.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about it, like, these are my friends. We're over here and we're creating music. And like I said, most of my music comes from emotion, so it has to be out of love. The people that I'm working with, it has to be out of love.
Right.
So the music that I as you can hear it in the track, it comes out pure. But those songs like Cuddy Buddy and also the other song that you just played, like, I wrote Slow It Down and Cuddy Buddy myself.
Okay.
It's more of the rhythmic tones, and it's not that I can't write. It's just that some of you are good artists will have a lot of versatile stuff on their album, and I need the versatility.
Absolutely, and I think that and those who have tapped into the O.M.G, especially when I'm interviewing artists, I just speak heavily on the importance of the collaboration of all contributors to the record. It's one thing to be able to get a beat, put something to it, go in the studio and record it, but it's something totally different when you got your producer, your engineer, your songwriters, other people in the room that can add different elements to make the record. And I say that's the big difference between making a song and making a record.
Yes, because you have the producer, and that's why, I work with Il Demo, and I really appreciate him. He's really good at matching up the vocals and building a beat behind me. You know, there's a lot of talented people out there, and it's so funny because like, and he's a very special guy, you know, and it's a really rough process a lot of the time.
Right.
It's not cookies and cake making this music a lot of times, you know. Y'all watch that 5 Heartbeats and Big Rig hanging the dude out the window. It'd be great. It gets crazy back here in the behind the scenes of music, you know, because it's a lot of passion, a lot of emotions. You know, especially with the writers too. The writer artist relationship is always strained because a lot of times the writer wants to be an artist, and you know, and I totally support that at 100%. But you know, it's always a divide, and you know, but it's always an effort, and you know, like that's why, like you said, I like to be transparent in all my business that I do. So
that's dope. That's super dope. And that collaboration definitely shows in the work, man. The production is on a nice level. You know, of course, the lyrics and your talent is on another level. Talk to us about how important it is for you to be able to have like a solid team working with you, to be able to help push the music and get it out there. Because I'm seeing a lot of press, and I know press don't just happen.
Yes,
you know what I mean? It happens as a result of, you know, the relationships that people have to be able to push this through. So talk to us about your team.
Yeah, first of all, shout out to Cool Case and KKM&P management. You know, and shout out to G Green as well. You know, Casey, actually, she was working with Miss Money years ago, and I was singing or something somewhere, and she was like, come over here to the studio, and then I went over and sang, and she was like, you know what, I think I'm a manager, I believe in you. I love her, I appreciate her, you know. And then I have G Green as well, and a lot of people that, I mean, a lot of what you see, like you said, a lot of this stuff is happening.
Right.
It's me back here going crazy too as well. But
right.
I gotta give myself credit.
Absolutely,
you know,
absolutely.
I'll be back here going crazy. Like, and I'll be seeing other artists. I'm like, why don't I have that? Let's get that on our side. Like, you know, and I want to have a professional feel to everything. In my artistry, in my business, in my food truck. You know, everything has to be professional, crisp. I like everything to be presented well.
Quality over quantity.
Man, quality over quantity.
Absolutely.
And, you know, because people are going to see it and they're going to appreciate it and they'll come back. Yes.
And I can actually say, like, your Google presence is super dope, man.
Thank you.
All professional pictures. You can tell these aren't cell phone pics and, you know, things of that nature, man. So invested in the photography to make sure.
And listen, though, let me say
to
something, man. You know what? And then shout out to the emerging artists who are trying to make it up. Because you know what? I'll be honest with you. A lot of those pictures, older pictures, they might look professional now, man. But honestly, I had some good people with cell phones back in the day. And shout out to the people who are emerging. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And you know what? Don't be fooled, because sometimes you don't need the technology, and God will charge you $700 for a video, and you can do it for your phone from your starting out. Just try it and just keep going with your craft. Don't ever stop that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, there's definitely more than one way to skin a cat. And just being able to get that up there. So you were featured in a Wrap Up magazine in February. Talk to us about how that came to be.
You know what, Casey and G Green, they really work. Like I said, they're working hard for me, man. They just really get me, always get me, well, I was in a magazine, in your magazine too. That was your magazine?
Oh, that's not my magazine. Artistic platform.
You have a magazine too, though, right?
No, I don't have a magazine.
Okay, were you in?
I was in the magazine.
Okay, you were in the magazine with me. Okay, because I thought it was. I thought that was your whole thing, because you had the back page.
Right.
Yeah,
Nice. They gave us a good spread.
Yeah, bro. Like, you know what? I just have Casey. I have out here moving, bro. I have people out here moving, making sure that they're networking with people. I'm trying to honestly grow bigger than where I'm at right now. I like I said, I was pushing. That was a birthday present, the XXL.
Okay.
You know, it happened in November. My birthday was in October, so
super dope.
I really appreciate that. And once again, shout out to Casey, shout out to G Green. And they just make sure that I get everything in line. And like right now, I'm looking for a local feature, probably with a local artist that's moving some numbers, and also a major industry feature is going to cost a couple dollars.
Okay. So you reinvest into yourself.
Absolutely.
How important to you as an artist? And I would like for you to share some game for the younger artists that tap in, just in regards to like investing in yourself.
Man, you know what's even just the minor scheduling of the Facebook ads. Or the Instagram ads for what your product is. You know, no matter what it is, you may not. And I see a lot of young guys and young girls out here want to post stuff, and they just sponsor themselves. just sponsor yourself until you figure out what you want to do. And like, you know, $5-10, that goes a long way. And
Yeah, absolutely does.
It really does. And especially that's why TikTok's a booming platform, because everybody that hopped on that early got really like, they're in 1 million. They're like unheard of numbers, honestly. And you know, basically it's just the investing in yourself is really important. And like I do this, I say this in every interview, get yourself a home studio. Get yourself a Mac or a MacBook, honestly, and work on a GarageBand until you can, you know, step up to the what's the other program?
What's that, like Fruity Loops, FL Studios, Logic? Okay.
Yeah, so
you like Logic?
Yeah, you can step with the Logic Pro or Fruity Loops, you know. Well, basically invest in your own craft. Basically, you have to invest all the way up.
Yeah, and I personally believe that people will believe in you more when you show them that you believe in yourself all out. Like,
yes.
You know, you go all out to show that it is what you do.
It's funny, yes. Like we talked about Dr. Stacey Lane. Like I work at Central Outreach Wellness Center. I do outreach for them as well.
Okay.
Now, she's so funny because she's a really, you know, really doing really good business.
Right.
You know, and with my food truck, it was like she wanted me to come out in the wintertime. She's like, "Where you at?" Everybody keep asking about where you at. I'm like, "Man, it's cold. I want to crash my truck in the snow." But like, you know, and she's so funny. She the other day she was like, good job. You know, because like everybody does want to see me invest in myself before. And you know, Pittsburgh's a show me city.
It definitely is.
You know, they're not about to just let me through the door. So, you know, basically I'm opening this So Delicious Chicken and Waffles here in Pittsburgh. I'm going to have another So Delicious barbecue. I'm going to have my location in about a year.
Nice.
And then after I have all three of those things, then I'll probably do So Delicious Atlanta, So Delicious Ohio.
Start moving the brand around.
Absolutely.
Start moving the brand around. So we're going to take a pause real quick. This is the first half hour of the O.M.G. on my grind live interview with Mr. Amir White. We here at Grand Mode Radio Live. We're about to get started on part 2 of the O.M.G. interview. Yeah. So we're back on the O.M.G. on my grind live interview podcast part 2. We're sitting here with Mr. Amir White. He was just explaining to us about how important it is to expand his brand, his goals on expanding his food truck. And you know, we've been chopping it up about his music career and all the endeavors that he got going on, man. So artist, entrepreneur, you're getting into both sides of it. Talk to us in regards to why you felt it was important for you as an artist to be able to have other areas of revenue coming in.
Oh man, you know what? And no disrespect to anybody, you know, the field of, well, the artist, first of all, the industry is a bunch of people, and it's no disrespect to anybody in the industry. It's a hustle. It's a hustle mentality. It's a bunch of people collecting money, telling you that they can help you get somewhere in a different direction.
Absolutely.
And you have to pick the right avenues. If somebody ain't moving and shaking, you can support them if you think that they're doing well or they have something good, but at the same time, you have to pick the right avenues. And, you know, you just have to keep an authentic feel to everything. You know,
absolutely. The music business is one of the most toughest businesses to get into because it's so far from cut and dry.
Yes.
And like you mentioned, there's so many people in the way.
You have to do your homework too. You can't just think you're going to walk in the door and make a bunch of money. I'm going to post a song on Facebook or Instagram and you make your money. Because eventually, I mean, originally or like in the beginning, that's what I was doing.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, I'm not really getting no views or seeing what's going on. But you really have to do promotions on the other platforms, on Apple, on iTunes, on Spotify, on Pandora. You have to actually do the promotions on there to get people to listen to your stuff.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's what really gets you your views and your numbers. And the numbers, you know, honestly, the numbers, they mean something, but you have to collect a lot of numbers for it to really mean something.
Well, you got to back it up with the actual work behind it, right? So you just can't just focus on just social media or just the DSP platforms. You actually got to be out here in these streets mingling with the people.
Yes, you have to do playlists. You have to do all that. You got to be, like you said, in on the streets. You have to be talking to people every time. And man, every time I'm in every time I'm on my food truck, I'm handing out cards, my AmirWhite.com cards. By the way, go to AmirWhite.com if you want to know or see more about me.
Shout out Cool Case. she already put that in the comments early,
Yeah,
along with the SoDelicious.com, SoDeliciousKitchen.com.
Exactly, or SDPittsburgh.com. Like this is we're wrapping it all up. We're basically out here with our hands and everything. You know, and pretty soon I'm gonna be selling clothing and shoes. And like you said before, in order to invest in yourself, you have to have an income stream. And if you think of us as normal, everyday Americans or citizens, we have a normal income stream, which is a 9-to-5 job. But in order to invest in yourself appropriately and also live appropriately, you have to and create those other income
streams of income. Absolutely.
And like all the rich billionaires and millionaires of the world, they let you know you cannot have one source of income, and you have to make money while you asleep or while you
passive income and He's talking about passive income. Okay, making money while you sleep, making money without physically having to do anything.
Yes.
All right, as well as diversification, diversifying your portfolio. If you're talented in one area, expand those areas, tap into other talents that you may have to be able to create additional revenue streams, because you never know. And with so much that's going on.
And that's the end of it. You need some money, and this ain't cheap. And if once you get a home studio, it's cool, and you can really push yourself so far, you know. And there's some really talented people that can do everything. Right. But 9 times out of 10, it will make it go crazy if you make the beat and you record your music on the beat and you try to promote it by yourself. You really have to have a team and work. Maybe it starts with be your friend,
right?
Maybe it'll start to be a friend of a friend. But you know, you have to have a team and you have to keep investing in yourself.
Absolutely, and networking is so important. It's so important because even like you mentioned, you might have a friend who just believes in you, right? Have no knowledge of the business of music or whatsoever, but just completely believes in what you're doing, right? So, I mean, the information highway is out there. You can find any information that you want online.
I was just about to say that on YouTube, how I taught myself how to record. A lot of this music that you hear, I'm recording it. I learned it from YouTube.
Right.
You know, I learned how to record myself from YouTube. Sometimes I'd be sitting there, it'd be some of the stupidest thing, like how to cut a vocal in the beginning, how to cut a vocal in half or cut the vocal. And I'm like, I can't find it for half an hour. But eventually you get it. And then eventually, once you get it, it's like, you're in there fast, you know, so.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, also, you know, getting that knowledge absolutely cut costs as well, because now you don't have to pay another person who does have the knowledge, excuse me, and you don't have to take the chances of seeing if this person is really, you know, really real in what they do. One of the people who I truly admire in business when it comes down to relationships and business is LeBron James. For those who may not be aware of, when LeBron first came out of high school and got into the NBA, like, he took his boys and put them in position that he knew he would absolutely need them in. You know what I mean? And got the education for them into like sports management and just setting up things that he needed his trusted people in, and not necessarily going on to the accountant at this person. No, I'm going to teach you how to be an accountant. You're going to be the accountant for the foundation, you know, for me and all that stuff there.
Exactly.
And I just think that's
seen a post the other day that said he put his friend on as an agent, and now his agent is the #1 agent
in the world. Yeah, he's huge. He's huge.
Talk about portfolios with LeBron, bro. Like, I'll be watching a movie and then here comes Braun right there in silver. I'm like, okay. And they're actually, I don't like to watch a lot of outside movies of the regular movies, the standard movies. You know, the commercial scene, but like LeBron's movies are actually pretty good. He does some good contracts. Nice.
Yeah, I haven't caught anything. Unfortunately, my grind doesn't give me too much time to sit and watch TV, even though I invested in a television network. But I did that for the creators, man. Everything that I do, you know, I do on behalf of creators. So you had mentioned that you thought the magazine was mine.
I did.
Yeah, no, it's not my magazine, but they had reached out to me about being in the I think it was the January edition, the first of the year, and they wanted to do a full spread because they seen the work that we were doing on behalf of the artists and things of that nature. And I explained in that interview that I believe in creatives. I don't do this myself. Like, I never wanted to be in radio. I invested in radio for people who wanted to be in radio. I started doing a radio show because the people or the person who was originally supposed to do it just...
That's how I be though.
And so I said, I'm not going to let it go.
And shout out to Mike Cannon, Ox. You know, actually, he's my business partner, or actually he's my business partner for my So Delicious.
Okay.
but he's right now he's just putting his work in on his first truck, and his second he's gonna have ownership of the second truck. So
Nice.
he's my business partner. And you really, like you said, you gotta have people that you work with, and they gotta be on the same dream and motivation.
You gotta be on go, man.
Yeah, bro. And it's crazy because a lot of people will get bummed out and be like, I can't do it anymore.
Right.
No, you can't do that.
Right.
The people gotta eat. The people want to hear. The people ain't going. The people in the crowd ain't trying to hear that. If you got some good music or you got some good food,
They gonna come back for more.
Oh, you finna start a riot.
Yeah, they gonna come back for more.
Don't come out. You starting a riot.
And then if you decide to stop, they gonna be like what happened?
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
Yeah.
So you gotta have some tenacity in this business, man, and some stick to itness. Because the road gets tough. Talk to us about some of the challenges that you've endured, getting on the music side as well as on the entrepreneur side with your food prep and businesses.
You know what? Honestly, my food truck. We'll start with that food truck side. I started out with I was going to buy one of these truck on Wish.com.
Okay.
One of these little food trucks or something like that. It was like $5,000.
Okay.
Get that, they'll send it to you, and this and that. I started reading reviews. They was like, don't get it. You're gonna have to go to California to pick it up, and it might not be put together, and it might not meet the standards. And I got nervous. I'm like, dang. So I really didn't have that money, but then, I had started saving up money. I kept saving up money, and then I eventually got to my like full size food truck. It's a full size food truck, but I don't cook on the food truck per se. Everything I cook at the kitchen and I transport on the truck.
Okay.
It was really, really hard. Like the beginning of the food truck, it was hard going shopping back and forth, not having this, not having that. And as far as with the music, it's really been a challenge because at first I was just recording myself, and then people kind of like hating.
Okay.
People be hating.
Talk to us about the hate.
In the beginning, bro, people were like, can I swear on here?
Yeah.
Okay. People like, get the fuck out of here. Man, get that shit up out of here. It sounds blurry. You need to turn down the reverb. Not really, but then also I appreciate the friends who support me, and they really love it, and they appreciate it because those are the people that really keep me going, honestly.
Right.
So there was with the mixing and the mastering of my music at first, and then eventually I got to a level where I got to a ceiling in my recording. I can record the vocals and the music sounds amazing, but it sounds like a scratch demo whenever I get done with it.
Gotcha.
A passable scratch demo.
Got you.
So I know that I needed to reach out to a more professional, somebody they could look at the numbers and be like, no, we need this at A, B, and C, 1, 2, and 3 for it to sound right on the radio, and we need these instruments turned up, these ones turned down, and I get somebody to help me out. Somebody who's extremely talented, like Alan with El Demo, or somebody who really will work with me. I work with Roscoe Roden in a rap cave.
Nice, yeah, rap cave.
Everybody worked in the rap cave. If you're in Pittsburgh, you went to the rap cave.
Absolutely. Don't you go by Roscoe Wiki too?
Roscoe Wiki.
Yeah.
Or it's Roscoe Wiki, Roscoe Roden.
Yeah.
You know, Facebook will kick you off and make you change your name.
Absolutely. And just being in music, man, you gotta have like 6 or 7 different monikers, man. You gotta have a couple different names.
Well, you gotta keep it fresh. You gotta evolve, and you have to reinvent. You have to reinvent.
Absolutely. So, what was your motivation to be able to rise above the hate, get past the adversity and the challenges? What was your motivation to keep going? Because a lot of people will hear that and just be like, oh yeah, you know what, you're right, I give up.
Well, you know what? The problem is that you need to be here and get the love from the people that you need to get love from in your city. But you also have to go outside of your city and get love. The thing about other places, honestly, sometimes whenever I go to Atlanta, I didn't know my shit was that popular. They're like, yo, this is crazy. Who is this? Is this you?
Right.
You know what I mean? And eventually, as my stuff got more professional and I started letting people hear it out of town, like I'm really getting opportunities. I'm working with Rockland One Radio down in Atlanta.
Okay.
And also I'm gonna be doing some shows this summer and this spring at Bonfire down in Atlanta.
Nice.
So you have to go outside of your city and outside of your comfort zone in order to get the praise and applause that you need sometimes. The people that you love, you haven't necessarily met them yet.
That's super dope. So we got another one of these records, man.
All the people that are going to love you, you haven't necessarily met them yet. is what I meant to say.
Talk to us about that. That's pretty deep.
Yeah, so you have to go out to the world. You have to get love. There's a lot of love in the world. And, there's nothing wrong with going outside of your comfort zone. Actually, excuse me, nothing that you are going to find that is going to be ultimately successful is going to be 100% in your comfort zone. You have to go outside of your comfort zone to be successful.
And I'm glad that you speak on that, because I think, like, for Pittsburgh artists that I've come across, and just being in a business for as long as I have, I don't solicit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't sell my services to people. I'm not going to, run down on nobody and be like, hey, baby, I have to work with you. This is like completely voluntary. But those who we work with, we go hard for. You know what I mean? All day, every day. But I see a lot of complacency here, and I see a lot of people who get satisfied on the minimal love that they do have. And a lot of times it looks as if that's good enough for them. And they don't want to press past it to open up new markets. So they just stay here doing the same thing over and over again.
Yes, and I won't say any names or anything like that, but like there's been some good records that come out.
Great records.
And then I'll see the person at a bar and I'm like, what are you doing? Like they're singing your song back to back. They pausing it. They know the words, bro. You need to be in LA right now.
Exactly.
And you need to be showing them people that this is what we got going on. Like, you know what I mean? That's some of the things I feel like they should have caught fire. And like you said, complacency. But you know what? Honestly, with our culture, it's a lot of things that holds people back.
Well, you mentioned earlier, Pittsburgh ain't gonna let you in. I think that a lot of people look at like Pittsburgh and say, oh, Pittsburgh don't support this, Pittsburgh don't support that. One of the things that I always tell people, especially people out of town, is like Pittsburgh don't support bullshit. But if you are on point and you got a good record and you got a good, like if they see that you're serious about what you're doing, it's undeniable. You're going to get the support and love because they appreciate what you've done. Now, if you bullshitting with it and not taking this stuff serious or half-assing and all that, they're not going to take you serious.
Yes, and Pittsburgh definitely shows me my love, and that's the thing about it. Like you asked about the difficulties, I felt like, I would just put a song and got one like on Facebook. I'm like, they're not showing me the love. I told so I was singing, they didn't like it or share it. You know what? Don't look at that and don't believe in that.
Yes, don't believe in the Facebook like. Let me tell you something about Facebook, right? And just social media in general. So I don't know what it is about, the like button or the love button. I personally show love. Everything that I like, I'm going to hit the love button because I'm showing love. I'm spreading love. That's just something that I do internally for every post that I see. So very rarely will I like something. Either I love it or if it's something that's heartfelt, I'll, hit the care button, whatever the case may be. However, just because people aren't hitting that button don't mean they don't know what's going on. There have been tons of times that I've walked down the street and multiple people will literally talk about the post that I just put up or the video I just put up, but none of them have commented, liked, or shared.
Yeah, a lot of people will window shop and just trying to check and see what you got going on around the corner. Like, what's he doing? And that's okay. Everybody doesn't have to. And it's funny that you say that because I'll be out, even with my food truck. I had my food truck and it was the wintertime. I was depressed. But because I had a customer come up today and say, man, for the past 2 months, they've been asking about you. And he was like, I wasn't even at work. And they're asking, where you at? And I'll be outside and I'll be just in my regular life, not thinking about anything. I'm going to the store to get me an iced tea or something. Somebody be like, ain't you Amir to do the things? And I just saw your video and, I really, it's those people that keep me alive. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And eventually, the online presence will grow. Eventually, it's a numbers game. That's a computer anyway. They're not
going to deliver it to anybody. Everybody that follows you anyway. Yeah, absolutely right. So the people who kind of look at Facebook and look for likes and numbers and all that stuff there, that's not necessarily the whole picture. So don't get yourself hell bent on how many people is liking and sharing your stuff or whatever the case may be, because at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that they're not stopping it. They're not seeing it or appreciating what you're doing, man. We're going to get into this record, Maybe. Talk to us about Maybe.
Maybe, that's what producer who produced the Alicia Keys and Show Me Love by Alicia Keys and Miguel, and also Want You by Lil Kel. He's on Universal. I was trying to find the owner of my song, Gave Up on Love. That's actually one of my favorite. Check that out too as well. Gave Up on Love on YouTube and also on all major digital platforms. There's a video to it.
Nice.
But I was trying to
we
find
got the video pulled up.
Yep, I was trying to find the video. I was trying to find the owner of the beat, and I couldn't find it. And I ended up paying for some service or something. And they told me that I would get the beat. I didn't get the beat, so then eventually I talked to them. I was breaking through, and I hit up the guy on Facebook. His name. And he was talking to me like a normal person. I was so happy, Eventually I signed the contract and I went down and recorded a song with him. It was with Universal and everything like that. They put their spin on it. They put their spin on the beat and the music. And then, I recorded that. I recorded a video as well in downtown Pittsburgh as well.
Okay, and that's maybe. This is the record. Let's check it out.
Baby, you give me butterflies and new. Now I can't sleep at night, and maybe when you come around, how you put it down, I can't control myself. Just hear me out, and maybe it's the way you listen to every word I play, every single syllable. Eat it all up, taking nothing for granted. Oh, maybe, just maybe, I got your hair standing up, got your voice in the bed, saying me, 'cause you're my baby, baby. I don't wanna admit how you got me checking my phone. I'm waiting on your call. I don't wanna admit how you got me. I don't wanna admit how you got me checking my phone. I'm waiting on your call. I don't wanna admit how you got me. Baby, I'm nervous as hell inside. Need to know if you're gonna run. 'Cause maybe I'm moved by your attitude. When you touch me, I can't even move. I'm stuck, just look at you, baby. It's the way you listen to everything I say. You're catching every syllable. Eat it all up, taking nothing for granted. Oh, maybe, just maybe, maybe. Your hands sticking up, got your voice in the bed, saying me, 'cause you're my baby, baby. I don't wanna admit how you got me checking my phone. I'm waiting on your call. I don't wanna admit how you got me. I don't wanna admit how you got me checking my phone. I'm waiting on your call. I don't wanna admit how you got me.
There it is. Maybe. And I figured it out with no beats.
You're funny. Amir White, maybe.
Amir White, maybe. Let the people know where they can find you at.
Man, you know what? You can Google Amir White. Amir White is on every major platform.
Spell it for him.
AMIR space the color white. WHITE.
Mm-hmm.
You can Google that on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. There's platforms out there. They tell me it's this 20 platforms. I don't even know some of these platforms that it's live on. Just Google Amir White. Whatever music that you listen to, Google AMIR last name White.
Amir White is definitely Googleable, folks. Y'all can definitely Google that man. That's what I did. Everything came up real easy to find. Great search engine optimization, man. Again, shout out to your team. Let people know who your team is, who your team members are, and their roles on behalf of your career.
Man, we have Casey. We have it's KKM&P, Cool Case Management and Production. You know, she pushes, honestly,
She's a grinder. She
man,
goes.
she is a grinder. She pushes the press. She gets my radio interview. She books my shows. We're about to have her start working on that. Then we have G Green. He's Jeffrey Green. He's out in Atlanta. He helps me book a lot of my major stuff, like my XXL. Casey also helped with the XXL. Excuse me. I gotta give everybody the credit on everything. You know, it's just really a collective effort. You know, and I just make sure that I'm booking good, worthwhile interviews.
Absolutely, absolutely. And let them know about the food truck and So Delicious Kitchen.com.
Yep, it's So Delicious Kitchen.com. If it's for simple, SDPittsburgh.com. That will bring you to the same website, SDPittsburgh.com. We serve fruit style waffles, limoncello blueberry, orange cream waffles, red velvet waffles, carnival confetti with fruity pebbles on it, caramel apple. You know what? I'm over here like Forrest Gump.
Right.
Gumbo,
Right.
straight gumbo. Like that. If waffles are us.
There
you
it
know what I
is.
mean? Like we got waffles, we have buffalo mac bowls, we have artisan bowls, we have so much stuff going on, and everything that we have is cooked fresh daily and it's cooked with love as well.
That's what's up, man. That's
Use
what's
fresh
up.
ingredients. We don't have anything processed yet.
Absolutely. So there it is, man. You've done tapped in with another dope episode of the O.M.G. On My Grind live interview with Mr. Amir White in the building. Make sure y'all check him out on YouTube, AMIR space WHITE. Check out that Maybe video. That shit was super dope, man. His content is on point, man. Make sure y'all Google him, follow him on social media, and tap in with him. And if you're in the Pittsburgh area, anywhere in the city, you can get to the north side. It's no problem. Let them know the address and the days of the week they can find you at the food truck.
Absolutely. Actually, where I'm at my Central Outreach Wellness Center. I actually work there. I told you I do outreach there as well. You know, I have my hands in a lot of different pots, but you know, it's really hard. It's really important to make sure that the sexual health of the community is really important.
Big facts.
Go down there, get yourself tested. Especially if you're in the LGBTQ community, make sure you go down there, get yourself tested. Get yourself on PrEP. You know, that prevents HIV, you know, and just make sure that you are obviously aware of your sexual health and have safe sex. Basically.
Absolutely.
So I'm down there, and so I work there, but my food truck is down there from 11 until 3 p.m. each day. So you just come up to the food truck, get some food, chicken and waffles. Like I said, my mac and cheese Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you see my truck, it's a Mercedes-Benz. It's metallic, gold. The gold is orange. You can't miss it.
Can't miss it.
Southside, Oakland, come and see me.
There it is. There it is.
SDPittsburgh.com.
No doubt, no doubt. And there it is, man. There go the O.M.G. On My Grind live interview. Make sure y'all stay tapped in, man. This is Grind Mode Radio Live. This is what we do, man. We give people an opportunity to showcase their talents and showcase their businesses and everything else they got going on. Those in the city who are on my grind.
Hey. We still live? Oh, yes. That's good.
There it is, good brother. So yeah, I'll get these out to you momentarily.
Okay.
It'll be up on the podcast in a minute. The live video will be on the